This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Who's the brainiest of the bunch? Today we find out on Brainy Bunch.
Good morning and welcome to the Brainy Bunch, a show brought to you by INCRadio South Central States. We are here in Fort Worth, not live though in our normal studio location because we've got so many stuff going on today that we just have to, be able to do our show and then be on the move. So with me, who do I got?
It's me, producer Nate. We're going to have another one of these really fun shows. Even though I wrote everything, I don't remember what I put down. So it's going to be a surprise for both of us. But we're going to do that card game again where me and Arnie try to act out different scenarios. So this one
not really act because I don't know how to act.
You do know how to make sound effects, though.
Sometimes it depends.
But yeah, we cleaned it up because I had it on a PowerPoint before and it was like laggy. But now I cleaned it up. I got AI to write me an HTML code. So this is going to be pretty cool.
Yes. And so we do need your help. We need you guys to decide whether or not we accomplish what we're supposed to do. And you guys be the judge if we did what we did. If we didn't, then they're going to have to keep trying until we satisfy our audience. How about that?
Yeah. We can give a thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah, do a thumbs up, thumbs down, or
don't worry, me and Arnie have thick skin.
Yes, we do. So just put it in there. Let us know if we did a good job. Maybe not. So we'll see. Oh, you know what? Before we start, Christy Attacruz is saying happy anniversary to Odessa GWS. That's right. It's been 2 years.
Oh, wow. Second anniversary. Yeah.
Yes. So yes, happy anniversary to Odessa. And I don't know if we're going to have anyone from Dallas today because it is their 50th anniversary and they're getting a lot of stuff ready. And so that's where we're going to be heading after the show. But yes, happy anniversary to Odessa. All right. So Nate, you're going to explain to us how we're going to play?
Yes. So there's going to be some cards that appear here. And who's going to go first?
I don't know. You decide.
All right. Well, I'm drawing the cards, so you go first.
All right. Fine. I'll go first.
All right. So we'll draw a card here. Overreaction. So the rules, you have to take this scenario of a sock slipping off of your heel, and you have to paint it as if it is the worst thing that ever happens and why it's the worst thing that ever happens. Okay. And live chat, you judge, thumbs up, thumbs down if you think she did a good job.
All right. And then we have other categories, right, where you have to like state your case. And so we have two sides of the coin and we have to see who states their case better, right?
Yes, and there's also pitch it where we try to sell something.
We're going to try to
sell have something. The expert. The expert's a new one.
Yes.
You have to pretend that you are an expert in a field that you are not an expert in.
And then the last one is the sound effects.
Yeah, sound effects, which is your favorite.
No, it is not my favorite. That is not my favorite. We got rid of the other one that was not my favorite even more. So we're good. We're good to go. All right. So is this going to be mine now?
Yeah, this is yours.
My overreaction. Okay. Should we do a time limit so that you don't like take up too much time, or we're just going to give whatever we want?
I mean, if you can act for a whole hour, by all means. If you could
that's not
give us a whole 1 hour show on a sock slipping off your heel, Arnie, take the floor. I'm here for it.
We are not going to do that. All right. So a sock slipping off your heel. Okay. You know what, Nate? I was like walking the other day and I decided, let me go put on some socks because it's a cold day today, right? And then all of a sudden it just keeps falling off. Do you know how uncomfortable it is? It's like it's not even leveled anymore. So you have half your heel on your shoe, the other half on the sock, and then you try to pull it up and then it goes down again. Then you pull it up, it goes down. It is like the worst thing ever. I do not ever wish that on anybody else. So make sure you guys have tight socks.
You know what? I agree. That is a pretty bad thing because it's almost like the rock in your shoe. You're just always gonna
Yes.
know it's there. Yeah.
Yes. Right. So,
Let's see. As
okay,
they
you guys,
chime in, we do
have
have
to.
some greetings. Let me go ahead and shout those out real quick. So we have our brother Christian Ross greeting everyone a happy Saturday. We have a
Hello,
good
Brother
morning
Christian.
from Jerry Hill from Biloxi and happy 50th to Dallas.
Hey, when are we going to Biloxi?
Biloxi's far.
I
Actually,
know it's far.
I'll be going to Biloxi next week, but it's on a Sunday.
Oh, because I was like, yeah, we should go to Biloxi and go do a show over there. They always tune in. All right, who else?
All right, let's see. Melanie joining us from Burleson. This is such a great brain exercise. You really have to be quick thinking.
You really
As
do.
you mentioned earlier, it's like an improv show, but better. So yeah, we are kind of doing improv. We have more
And then,
greetings from Odessa. So we have
yes,
Ria, who's greeting us from Odessa. Thank you for
yes,
joining
thank you
us.
for tuning in. Who else? I think Brother Matt's on there from Lubbock.
Yep. Let's
Oh,
see.
but
So,
he's in Odessa right now. Yes.
all right. And they're having their second anniversary, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
So lots of anniversaries left and right.
Yes. I was actually there when Odessa first started,
Oh
which
yeah,
was 2 years ago. Yeah.
I remember that
Um,
you did a news story on it.
I did, and I didn't want to drive because driving out there's nothing there. So everybody laughed at me because I flew out to Odessa, which is like what, a 5 hour drive. So yes.
All
All
right.
right. I think
So
I think you're stalling because I think you don't want to see the next category.
all
You're
right, all
gonna
right.
get
We got to remind the live chat as they're acting, give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. All right, just be sure
all
to leave
right.
that. But let's go ahead and go to the next one.
Okay, go to the next. I think I
The
did a good
expert.
job.
Okay, I got to be the expert on how refrigerators stay cold.
All
Okay,
right.
so it's really all in the freezer because we know that cold air sinks. So that's why the freezer is always on the top. And then that cold air sinks. Now you might be wondering, how does the air get cold in the freezer? Well, it's obvious. You put cold things in the freezer and it makes it cold. There's ice in the freezer, okay? The ice is what makes it cold. So your freezer makes ice. Ice is cold. It makes everything cold. And then because cold air sinks, it goes down to the rest of your refrigerator. So that's
Okay,
how that whole ecosystem stays cold.
hold on. But what if your refrigerator's next door and not below?
So if it's next door and not above and below, you're talking about side by side.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if you're talking about side by side, those are actually made in Australia. So the physics works differently because things are kind of tilted and upside down there. So that's why it works. You could check right now. Okay, underneath, lift up your refrigerator, and it'll say it was made in Australia if you have a side by side. So
Really?
yes,
Okay, I'm gonna check because I don't think you're right. I don't think my refrigerator was made in
and
Australia.
I don't think you can lift a refrigerator. So
Hey, I can see the bottom. I've got mirrors. I got mirrors I could put under there.
all right, you think that was convincing?
I think that was a funny way for you to say how it gets cold, but Brother Christian Ross puts electricity powers the freezer, which generates cold air. See, I think I believe him more because that's
Yeah,
why
but
the real,
electricity is hot.
but it's plugged
So
in.
yeah, so that
It's
doesn't
plugged
work. It's obviously ice and the cold stuff you put in it.
in. All right, no, that was a good explanation.
All right.
That was a good explanation. And if a kid was listening to the show, they probably would be believing you.
All right, Arnie, you ready for your card?
All right, what's
All right,
my
let's
card?
see what you
What's
got.
my
Oh, you
card?
got state your case. So you get
Statement.
to pick one side of the debate and I have to oppose you. So
Robots.
take it away.
Oh, robots. Robots are pretty cool, but I don't think we should have robots because one, they're taking everybody's job. Okay. You have robots now making your cars. You've got, I don't know if you've ever been to restaurants and they have these automated things where you put the tray on there and the robot's going to bring you your food. It's no longer a waiter and a waitress. And when I used to stay at a hotel and you would ask for stuff with, like from the front desk, they would load everything on the robot and the robot would make their way to your door. And so eventually, if we just let robots do everything, man, they're going to take over the world.
I disagree with you.
Of course you do.
vehemently. Yeah, I have to buy the game. All right. So robots are actually the best thing ever. I mean, have you seen the Terminator? They are so cool. And who doesn't want to be around something that's really, really cool, like a refrigerator? Okay. Can you imagine if a refrigerator was robotic? Like it could bring, when you're thirsty, you could just call it and the whole fridge would come to you and give
That's
you a
called
drink.
lazy.
That
That's
is
called
great.
lazy.
Hey, one man's lazy is another man's thirst quenching refreshing drink. So that's why robots are actually the best things. So don't listen to Arnie, okay? They're not going to take
No,
over the world. They're going to take over your hunger and thirst by bringing it
no.
to you.
They're going to take over the world. They're going to take over the world. Hey, before we continue, can you put in a greeting really quick from Regine? She's saying good morning to everybody. She's tuning in from Anaheim, Orange County, my old home.
All
Hi,
right. Yeah.
Regine.
Regine says, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Sister Regine here, tuning in from the local Anaheim district of Orange County.
Yes, so Regine's also on radio. I can't remember when. I can't remember when Orange County's on, but they're also on Saturdays. But look them up. Orange County, they also have a show, and Regine's one of our hosts over there.
All right.
So,
My son says Everest would not buy that. The robots, I think.
oh,
But my wife said she loves the robot vacuum. See? What
okay,
am
but
I
that's
telling
different. That's a robot vacuum. That's not a robot, like an actual robot that does
you? It has
things.
robot in the name. It's literally a robot.
Yeah, no, no. I do not want robots to take over the world.
I
I
will
would
say
still.
though, I think robot vacuums, even though they are convenient, like Brother Matt says,
Mhm.
I do think I might agree with you. They are a little sinister because that little robot, he always knows what room I'm in and he always tries
Uh-huh.
to trip me. He just always, I'll
Mhm.
go to another
See?
room and he'll be
See?
right
He's
behind
taken
me.
over your house. Not even the world yet. He's taken over your house. And then once he takes over your house, he's going to take over the world.
Yeah,
Yes.
one speck of dust at a time.
Exactly. Plus, and sometimes the robot, yes, I agree. Like, fine, it'll bring you your stuff, right? But sometimes they don't do a really good job. One time when I was trying to get the stuff out, when the robot opened up his little head thingy for me to grab my stuff, he was already trying to close it before I grabbed everything. So no, if that was room service, then he would have handed it to me nicely, maybe even would have brought it to my room so I wouldn't have to carry it to my room. But the robot stays at the door. So no. No for robots.
All right. I think you're more convincing.
I think so too. All right.
All
Your
right, let's
turn.
go see. Oh, it's my turn. All right, let's see. What do I got? Let's draw this next card. Oh, pitch it, my favorite.
Uh-huh.
The water bottle. Okay. I mean, how else are you gonna get your robot to deliver you water? He's not gonna deliver it to you in his robotic hands after he just swept the floor. Of course not. That is absurd. No, you need a vessel that will handle fluids, that'll contain it and keep it from spilling all over the floor, that the robot vacuum is going to accidentally spill and then spread all over the rest of the house. That is why we have what is called the water bottle. Yes, it is cheap, it is convenient. You can hold it into your hand, you can stick it into your fridge. The water bottle, greatest invention ever. You must buy this thing.
Is that it? Is that all you got for water bottle? Come on, you got to sell it more than that.
Oh, come on. Anyone will buy a water bottle after that. After knowing that the robot's going to conveniently bring it. I mean, are you going to drink water from a robot's hand?
Well,
Are you?
no, because a robot would short circuit if it had water in his hand.
All right, see, you just proved my point. So.
So, I thought you could have sold it better, but that's okay.
Oh, we got a question here from
Okay, what's the
Stephen
question?
Wild. Would we want a robot chef? Oh, you and me are cooks. So what do you think about a
No.
robot chef?
No, thank you. I need a robot to wash my dishes, but not to cook for me. I can cook myself.
Well, isn't the dishwasher kind of a robot?
Yeah, but you still got to load it and everything. At least with a robot dish person who does your dishes, you just stick it there and they do everything. You don't got to do anything.
Maybe if you just put all the dishes on the floor, the robot vacuum cleaner would take care of it.
You think so? But
I
no.
would think. I
I
believe.
think it would run it over.
I have faith in the floor vacuum robot to wash my dishes off the floor.
Well, you try it and let me know if it works. Then
Well,
maybe
you
I'll
just
get
need
one of
a
those.
bottle of water, which is what I was selling.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's see what you
What do we
got.
got next?
You got to
Dun,
pitch it
dun,
also.
dun.
You got to pitch the toothpick.
Toothpick. Oh, man. Okay. So,
Sell it to me.
what am I going to do with a toothpick? So can you imagine you're on a date and you're talking and everything and you're smiling. All of a sudden you just realize you feel something in between your teeth, right? So luckily you have this little wooden device, which is so small that could fit anywhere. It could fit in your purse, in your wallet, in your pocket, anywhere. You just take it with you. All you got to do is turn your head real quick, stick that thing in your mouth and get rid of that broccoli, because it seems like it's always broccoli that gets stuck on your teeth. Then you can smile all you want and you don't have to be embarrassed by having things in your mouth, because you've got that cute little device that will help you have a clean mouth. There you go.
Okay, how are you going to get the toothpick though without a robot? Checkmate.
No, we're done with robots. Robots are done. First of all, you don't need a robot for a toothpick. It's in your purse. You do not need a robot in your purse. And you just stick your hand in your purse and in your pocket. Oh, Regine did say she does want a robot to do her dishes and all her chores. That's true.
See, I should get extra points for that.
I think, they want a robot to wash clothes. What's your answer to that, Nate?
We have a robot that washes clothes. It's the washing machine. It even makes a little jingle when it's done. It's singing.
Hey, okay, what about ironing clothes? We don't have a robot to iron clothes.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, so that's my toothpick. I think with that, you will buy my toothpick.
All right. Be sure in the chat to give us a thumbs up or thumbs down if we're convincing. All right. Ready to move on?
Yes.
Let's see what I got.
What do you got?
Overreaction. Okay.
Let's see.
Pen running out of ink. Okay. So you have just finished dinner. Just imagine that. You just finished dinner and you're here writing the check, right? You're trying to write down the tip. But what happens? The pen ran out of ink. This is the worst thing ever, because now your server, okay, that noticed you had broccoli in your teeth is now going to spread that all over social media because you could not give them a tip because your pen ran out of ink. This is the worst thing ever to happen if your pen runs out of ink, because very important things happen with pens. Imagine signing your house and you only get halfway through and your pen runs out of ink. That's it. You only get half of the house because you only have half the signature. I don't make the rules. That's how it works. Okay. This is why running out of ink is the worst thing to happen. That's why you got to make sure you have a robot. Okay.
Well, hold on. I need to ask Melanie, because Melanie's the expert when it comes to houses. Melanie, if you only get a half a signature, do you only get half the house? Please let us know. I would like to know that question.
That's how you can Google it. You'll get
millions. Because maybe if my house is too big, I should have only signed half so that I only get half the house.
I Google it, I get millions of results. So it's got to be true, right? That's how it works.
But I must agree with you when pen runs out of ink, that does, especially back in the olden days. Remember the Stone Age when you actually had to write?
I don't remember the Stone Age.
But do you remember when you used to actually have to write a check where they didn't have all these debit cards and credit cards and stuff, and you literally had to write it, and then you couldn't really write the whole check because you ran out of ink? Then yeah, I agree.
With those cheap pens that the bank has on ball and chain.
Oh, see, Melanie says that companies have a lot of pens, so it would never run out of ink. So they got you covered.
See, they know how important it is. They want to make sure you get your entire house, not half.
They don't want to just give you half the house?
Yeah.
Hey, come on. Maybe an interesting person will get the other half of the house. What do you think about that?
I think it's your turn. Are you ready?
All right, fine.
All right, let's see what you got. Oh, you're now the expert in
Ooh.
how Wi-Fi works.
Oh, you know what? I really know how Wi-Fi works because I use it all the time. And so, with Wi-Fi, you have that little symbol with a dot and all those little things that look like rainbows. That's actually sending out signal to outer space. And then what happens is the aliens out there, they just give you more signal. So then now you could, have service everywhere you go because now you've got Wi-Fi.
You just mentioned rainbows and aliens. I think you're eligible to have your own History Channel show now.
But that's how Wi-Fi works. How else? I mean, how else do you get it? It's not like you're not plugged in, which is a great thing, right? Because it's wireless, like you like to promote wireless this, wireless that. So now you could actually go anywhere you want without having to drag a long wire with you everywhere you go to make sure you get the service that you deserve. So thank you for those, people in outer space who's giving us all this stuff so that we could have Wi-Fi.
Are they infrared rainbows? Is that why we can't see them?
No, they're invisible. You can only see it on your computer. If you look on your computer right now on the bottom right, you'll see those rainbows, and that's how you know it works. Because guess what? When those rainbows are not there, the Wi-Fi doesn't work. So you really need those rainbows.
All right. I think you could be on the History Channel based on that. All right. I guess it's my turn. Let's see. What do I get?
What do you get?
The expert also. How
Ooh.
cameras capture images. This is easy.
No, how
Easy
easy is it?
peasy.
Let's
Okay.
see.
I actually have a camera here with me to use as a prop because I'm going to be in Dallas today for their celebration. Okay, a little plug for them. But if you notice on the front of the camera here, what is that right there? What is that?
Lens?
No, that is what you think it is. That is not
What
what
is
it
it?
is. It is actually a very sharp blade because what it's literally doing is taking a slice of reality and capturing that slice of reality. That is how cameras capture images. So it is actually cutting an actual piece of reality and storing it on the little memory cards. Okay. And this is why some people were kind of suspicious about it because they knew something was up. Well, that is why, because that is how they actually work. They're taking slices of reality.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that how a camera works? Because if you're cutting off something, you said with a blade, right? So if you capture something with a blade,
it's thin though. That's why pictures are thin. It's only you don't even notice. It's just a thin.
So you don't get hurt when the blade comes in and like slices your face so that you could capture it. It doesn't hurt.
You don't put your face into the camera. It's just slicing your presence. It's taking a slice of reality. Okay, it's like you got a lot of dead skin up on your
So that's
skin
what
is
it's
actually
taking?
dead, and if you took off a little bit of it, it's not going to hurt you. It's just a scratch. That's how tiny the slice is. So that's why you don't notice. It's harmless.
I don't know. I think our group chat have to chime in and see if that's really how you capture an image. But I guess you are the expert, so you know, right? Melanie's just laughing.
Yeah, I got a bunch of laughing emojis.
Is she not believing you or what? Dead skin, she said.
All right, I think it is your turn. Let's see what you got.
Okay, my turn.
You are now going to pitch it.
What am I going to pitch?
The sponge.
A sponge. I am going to pitch a sponge. Okay. Some of us were really poor. We can't afford a robot to do our dishes, right? So then there's this great device. And usually it's a square, but sometimes they got new ones now that have little happy faces. And you just put water on it and you put dishwashing soap on it. And somehow it magically makes suds. And these suds, they actually are the ones that's going to clean your dishes. And so when you have this thing called a sponge, can you imagine you just run it over your plate And then you wash all that magic off, and magically your plate is clean. And then not only will it do that, when you're done all around cleaning everything, you just rub that magic sponge around your countertop, and what used to be messy is now clean. That is like one of the greatest inventions in the world. And that is one of the greatest things you can have, especially if you got a dirty house.
All right. How are you supposed to do all that without a bottle of water? See, you need me.
Okay, I didn't say we don't need the water. I agree to your water bottle, okay? But that is what you need a sponge for, see? Clean all your dirty stuff.
Now, if only we can get a robotic sponge.
No, because if you get a robotic sponge, it's going to short circuit.
Oh, that's right.
It absorbs water, remember?
Got a comment from Stephen Wild. Nothing better than retiring the old gross sponge and bringing out the new one.
That's right. Steve, go ahead and type in the chat. Tell us where you're from. See, Melanie said, thank you.
Yeah, because her birthday is coming up.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, this week. So Jeff Fernandez greeted Melanie, my wife, a happy birthday. So,
are you doing anything for her birthday?
Yes, we always go out to eat. And Jeff says he wants a robotic sponge. See, robots are the best.
I don't know, Jeff. It's going to short circuit. Hey, you know what? I think Jeff just kind of saved you because he just kind of reminded you about Melanie's birthday. So now you can't forget. So now she can't.
I took the day off.
Oh, you did?
Okay, if you're worried about short circuits, just get a long circuit. Problem solved.
No.
Just make the circuit
Jeff,
longer.
I buy a robotic sponge. All right. Oh, there. So Steve put in a comment. He is from Bristol, Connecticut. So that is in the District of New York. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Your turn, Nate. Don't try to escape.
I've been stalling long enough. What am I getting? Oh, not sound effect.
Yes.
No, not the basketball bouncing.
Yes.
I did this 2 weeks ago. I got to do it again.
I don't remember. Let me see.
Okay. All right. It's got to have like a leathery sound, right? Because it's a leather ball. All right. Pang, 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 pang.
Okay. I like the whoop part, but the pang, that's like a metal ball. Pang is a metal ball.
I guess it's more of a dodgeball. Makes that a pang sound.
Pang is like, no, that's not a basketball.
It's more of like a wood. Yeah.
Come on. What's another sound for a basketball?
Right?
No. I'm closing my eyes trying to imagine that sound. That doesn't sound like a basketball.
No, I think you're stalling. You're trying to make me look like a fool on
that did not. You guys, I need you guys to tune in. Please tell me, did that sound like a basketball? The swoosh, I got the swoosh. That you did great. You did great on the swoosh. Okay, but see, even Norvy's laughing at you. See, Norvy's
she's not laughing at me. She's laughing with me.
She's laughing out loud because it does not sound like a basketball. Because, like I said, it sounds like a metal ball.
I guess I don't get the point, but we're not keeping score.
We're not keeping score.
But I guess I failed. All right. Let's see. Hopefully you get sound effects. Yes, you got sound effects.
Oh, no.
Let's go. What? This is easy. Where do you get the easy one?
That's your tick. Cuckoo, if it's a cuckoo clock.
Why did I give you the easy one?
Hey, you're the one pulling the trigger. That's you. It's not me.
All right, that was a quick one though. All right, I guess it's my turn again.
All right, hold on. Victor put a comment in there. Put in Victor's comment.
Okay. Wow, you're both very brainy today.
I think he's just being nice. We got to go to Blue Ridge. We got to have Blue Ridge people doing this show.
Hey, he brought up robot basketball.
See, it was robot basketball. That's what he was hearing, the clank, clank, clank. See, I got a thumbs up on my clock ticking. Yay, nailed it. Your wife said I nailed it.
I mean, come on. Clock ticking. All right, let's move on. What am I
Don't be
getting?
jealous.
Overreaction. A door squeaking. All right. So I got to sell it like it's the worst thing in the world. Well, you know it's the worst thing in the world.
No, it's not.
Yeah? Open the door when your parents are having a bad day. See how they react. Okay? That is why a door squeaking is the worst. It just cuts through the peace and quiet of the house. It's terrible. Okay? Your parents will yell across the house, "Hey, Quit closing and slamming those doors. Okay. That's why a door squeaking is just the worst thing.
I, don't- I know why a door squeaking would be even worse than that.
Why?
Because imagine like you got friends over and stuff like that, right? And you want to like scare them, right? So you want to do the element of surprise, and then you try to scare them, and then the door squeaks. That gives it all away.
This wouldn't be
So
a
yes,
problem if we had robotic doors.
uh, I don't know. You'll be hearing clanking sounds,
Yeah, but it's a little more soothing, right? All right.
maybe,
I think you're
possibly.
up next.
Okay, what do I get?
You are
Overreaction.
overreaction again. A sneeze that won't come out.
This happens to me all the time. It is like the worst thing. Can you imagine? You got that thing and you're ready to sneeze and then nothing's coming out and everyone's looking at you weirdly because they're wondering, like, what expression are you making and why are you making that facial expression? Because you're trying to let a sneeze come out and it's not coming out. And then all of a sudden you get pressure in your head and it just does not feel good. And then now it just puts you in a bad mood because you just cannot get that sneeze out. That is like the worst thing ever.
I have to agree with that. When a sneeze won't come out, that is like one of the worst feelings. Or like when you can't burp and you really want to, you just feel real swollen.
Yeah.
Terrible feeling. And everyone can vibe with this too because the cedar pollen right now is really terrible here in South Central states.
Yeah. And then your eyes get watery. That's like the worst. But you know what? Clay's on. He's sending his greetings from Fort Worth. Hi, Clay.
Yeah, you got all the easy ones. You got a clock ticking.
That is not an easy one.
You got the sneeze
I
that will
just know
come
how
out
to.
during allergy season. I mean,
Yeah.
you're on easy mode.
I just know how to sell it. That's all it is.
All right,
Okay,
let me
your
see.
turn.
What's my card? The
Ooh,
expert. How batteries store energy. Okay.
Tell us.
Well, the secret is rabbits. Okay. Rabbits have a lot of energy, and it has to be a pink rabbit, of course. Okay. That's
Does it have to have a drum?
yes. Yeah, because that's where the energy comes from. Okay. It bangs the drum and they capture the sound inside of the batteries. Like if you hold a battery up to your ear, you can actually hear if you listen really, really close. Okay. It's not your heartbeat. It is it's a little bunny that's banging the drum. It's constant energy that flows through it. And that's how batteries work. That's how they store the energy. There's a
Okay.
little rabbit in here. If you don't believe me, you can cut this open, but he'll be very angry if you do. So I wouldn't cut open a battery. Not good. So
So what happens when the drum beat stops?
then your batteries are dead. Yeah.
What happened to the rabbit?
The rabbit, we don't want
Did
to
he
talk.
jump into the other battery in the rest of the package?
We get the rabbit from the TV remote and we put him into our device. Is what we do.
Oh, you're funny. You're so
All right,
funny.
are you ready? Your turn.
Yeah.
You are getting sound effects.
No.
You got to do a train. Yes.
Chugga 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 chugga. Choo choo. Chugga 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 chugga. Choo choo. That's my train. What's your train sound like?
Yeah, it's not my car. I don't have to do it.
Oh.
Chugga chugga choo choo.
Yeah, the olden trains, they chug, not like the new trains now are more quiet, but they're not fun trains. The fun trains are the ones that make a lot of noise and you do the choo choo. See? Choo choo. Everyone put
Right.
a choo choo in the chat if you say my choo choo is a good choo choo. See, he said perfect.
Yeah, Stephen Wild says for it.
Perfect. I think he's my fan.
You're on easy mode. All right.
No.
Let's see. What do I got? Pitch it. Oh, I love
All
it.
right.
The coffee mug. All right. So you want to drink coffee. Have you ever drank coffee out of a water bottle? That is a terrible experience. Okay. It is so difficult trying to pour coffee into the little opening of the water bottle. Okay. Water bottles are the worst thing ever. Don't buy water bottles. Okay.
Yeah, now you don't want to buy bottles.
Don't buy water bottles. All right. They're the worst thing ever. Anyone who's trying to sell you a water bottle, they're selling you a bunch of lies and snake oil. Okay. You want the coffee mug. Okay. It has a handle. Okay. Convenient, right? And it has a nice, sturdy, thick wall to keep your hands safe from the burning hot coffee. So this is why you want the coffee mug. I have one here. Okay. This is the last one left, so you're gonna have to hurry up. So call now, and you too can enjoy the benefits of this. This is one of my son's old coffee mugs because he really got into World War II planes when he was young. But yeah, the coffee mug, best invention in it ever. Buy it now while supplies last. Right, while supplies last. There's only one supply.
Used coffee mug. Yeah, no, coffee mugs are great. But look, can you like Clay? He put a choo-choo. See, he believes my train, and he put a little train on there too. See, that's the kind of train.
Let's see. Jeff said he missed the choo-choo train sounds. The trains by us are loud.
Yeah, see, they
Yeah, maybe you weren't loud enough because they are loud. I agree. Arnie wasn't loud enough. You're gonna have to like scream it.
Look what Victor put in there.
Victor sounds like it's straight from Bugs Bunny cartoon show.
But yes. All right.
Let's see. But Jeff says they should bundle water bottles with funnels. Well, you're gonna have to sell that to us. Maybe this is foreshadowing for next week.
Will be. Oh yeah, huh? All right.
All right. It's your turn.
All right. What do I get?
You got pitch it also. The broom.
The broom. All right. So, because like I said, robots are not the coolest things, right? So all of your robot gadgets just short-circuited or long-circuited, whatever you want to say, but it is not working because all of a sudden it is now dead. So you look at the corner. It's a lonely corner because you had not touched your broom in such a long time because you were relying on this robot to help you out. Now your house is a mess and you need to sweep up and you don't got your handy dandy robot to help you out. Well, you guess what? You grab that broom and you sweep your house and it is as shiny as ever because now you're using the broom instead of that vacuum that just died on you. This broom will never die. It will last forever. As long as you've got the energy to sweep that broom, guess what? It's going to keep working. It will never short circuit because it don't need to be charged. It will always work. It doesn't matter if it's light, dark, electricity, no electricity. It will work. So get yourself a broom instead of that robot.
Broom sounds like one of the must-haves for a post-apocalyptic world.
Yes. Yes.
The way you sold it.
See?
All right. I think I'm up. Let's see what I got. Overreaction.
Mm-hmm.
Losing the TV remote. The worst thing ever. Where is the TV remote? Where is this thing? Okay. And when you do find it, somebody switched out the batteries with dead ones. Okay. This is why losing the TV remote is the worst for everybody. Okay. Your dad can't watch TV after a long day. And then when he finally gets it, the batteries are dead because the poor bunnies inside of the batteries were no good. And the child stole it so then he can play his Game Boy, right? This is why this is responsible for a lot of strife in families. It's losing the TV remote.
And now you actually have to get up and do it manually. You have no remote.
Oh, Jeff brought up a good point about the robot vacuums. They're circles.
Uh-huh.
It can't get into corners. So this is a horrible oversight on the part of the robot makers. So
he's just endorsing my broom. He's endorsing my broom. That's what he's doing.
Here's the thing. If the robots are trying to take over the world, it seems like you can just hide in the corner.
In the corner. No, that's only if the robots are circular. But if the robots are not, then it doesn't matter. They still will find you, right? Yes. Oh, yeah. See, Oliver Gabrantina says, especially nowadays, TVs don't have buttons on them. So you really do need that remote. Ooh, that is a bad thing. That is a bad thing. So
Yeah, sometimes
okay,
they
he
just have
agrees
like
with you.
one button, and somehow you have to do all the functions through that one button somehow.
I know. Remember, not like before where they used to have the little knobs. You would have to change the channel with the little knob before the
In the
remotes
Stone
ever
Age.
came. Yes, in the Stone Ages. Yes.
All right.
I had
Good to go.
electricity in the Stone Ages, just not a remote.
Let's see what you got here.
What do I
You are
got?
doing state your case, so you get to pick a side. Pineapple on
Ooh,
pizza, one of the oldest debates. Tale as old as
yes.
time.
Yes, pineapple on pizza. You need to have pineapple on pizza because there is no such thing as a Hawaiian pizza if you don't have pineapples. And we love our Hawaiians. We love the island. We love the people. We love the food. So we are going to support them with pineapple on pizza because, when you have an all meat pizza, which I totally love, it just gets so salty. And so sometimes you need that little kick of sweetness and a drop of paradise to enjoy your pizza. And that is
Up in
why
paradise.
you need pineapple on pizza. Thank you.
All right. That kind of derailed me. So I need to get on the choo-choo train debate train. And all right. Pineapple on pizza. Why it's the worst. All right. There are no pineapples in Italy. Who are we kidding? Okay. This is so inauthentic. This is equivalent to putting chocolate pudding on French fries. Okay. This is unacceptable. Okay. This sounds more like a prank that went way too far. Okay. And it needs to end now. Nobody needs to kid themselves that putting pineapple on pizza is good. You don't put strawberries on pizza. You don't put apples on
Yes, you do.
pizza. You don't
Yes,
put
you do.
bananas on pizza.
Yes, you
Okay. Why, of all the fruits, would you put a pineapple? Okay. And as far as Hawaii is concerned, okay, we don't need to be holding up their economy because they're going to run out of pineapples. The more pineapples that have to go on pizzas is less pineapples to go on other things like, elementary school lunches. Okay. So that's why pineapple on pizza is a terrible idea. It's going to actually sink the economy of Hawaii. And yeah, it's completely irresponsible to do this to the
Nope.
Italians.
All right. So Jeff put on there team pineapple on pizza. That's a one for me.
Yeah, but he also gave the Italian hands or the New
Hold
Jersey
on.
hands.
But still, he's not saying no. Steve said, thumbs up. I'm on pineapple. All right. And I like this. All over again. Chocolate pudding on French fries sounds like a good idea. Just like French fries in an ice cream is a great idea. So you
All right,
kind of like lost that one.
this is the downfall of civilization when we started mixing sweet and savory.
Hey, it's like one of the best things because sometimes you can't have too much sweet and you can't have too much savory. So you got to like mix it in and give your palate excitement instead of just one plain boring flavor.
All right, I think you got that one.
Mm.
All right, my turn. Overreaction. Stepping in a tiny puddle. All right.
I'd like to hear this.
So you didn't take my advice and get the coffee mug. Okay. And now what happened? There's coffee on the floor and you stepped in it. And stepping in it, that was the worst. When that happened to me, it soaks up your sock. Your sock not only is falling off of the heel, okay, it is now slowly soaking up in your foot. And it's that slow feeling, right? When it just starts taking over. And you already know it's too late, right? Because there's that delay as it starts to soak up. And it's going to be way worse than it actually is. Okay. Robots can't fix this. Okay. Your robotic washing machine now is going to have uneven washes because one will have been wet. Now you have to wet the other sock. Creates a complete imbalance. This is why stepping in a tiny puddle is just the worst thing ever. Okay.
I agree with you. And because you're having such a bad day with your stepping into that puddle, that's why you need the refreshment of a pineapple on a pizza.
Get out of here.
And you just pleaded your case about the robot seat. Robot was not a good thing. Robot was not a good thing.
All right. Oliver Gabrantina says, And the socks got holes in them. That holy sock all day.
Yeah. Plus, your coffee was hot because it was in the mug, and that mug was keeping your coffee warm. Now it's like now you burnt your foot.
Yeah,
it's funny. All
see,
right.
it's the worst. All right, let's see what
It
you
is the
got.
worst. I agree with you on that. It is the worst.
You got overreaction again. Getting a popcorn kernel stuck. Man, easy mode for you.
So I went to the movies, because I just went to the movies. And, when you go to the movies, you have to get popcorn. You cannot go to the movies without getting popcorn. But I was chewing on my popcorn and stuff. And then all of a sudden I got a kernel and it got stuck like somewhere in my tooth. And I'm here trying to take it out. And because I had forgot to bring my toothpick, which would have been like really great for this, it just got stuck there. And then like I'm with people watching a movie and they're trying to ask me questions and I'm trying not to talk because I'm here concentrating so hard on trying to get that kernel unstuck from my tooth. It is like the worst thing ever. And then they think that you're just not talking to them and you're just ignoring them because you're so focused on getting this kernel out of your tooth that is just not a great day. I'm not going to have popcorn in the movies anymore.
I'm going to have to ask you real quick. Do you put pineapple on your popcorn?
I do not because there's no pineapple.
Aha, okay. See, what you just did before. We need to remove those points. Any points?
No, pizza is different from popcorn. It is not the same thing. I will put M&Ms in my popcorn so that you have your sweet and savory still.
All right,
or
that's
Raisinets. Raisinets.
Raisinets? No, that is terrible.
Raisinets in your popcorn.
I'm about to have an overreaction. I'm putting raisinets in your popcorn.
You got to try it. It is so good because you got that savory and then all of a sudden you got the pop of sweetness from the chocolate. It is so good.
That sounds like it'd be so offensive to people who love popcorn and people who love raisins.
Nah. All right, your turn.
All right. No. The helicopter. Helicopter. All right. Some people might recognize it.
I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to listen to your sound and see if it really does sound like a helicopter. Go ahead.
Right, little Fortunate Son playing.
What was the last one? You would have gotten it except for your last sound.
Yeah, you got to have Fortunate Son, the song playing. You can't be in a helicopter without Fortunate Son playing the song.
Actually, you know what? I thought that did kind of sound like, that kind of sounded like a helicopter. Like, not the beginning, the middle, but for sure not the end.
Yeah, the engine's got to whir up, right?
Yeah,
You hear that? Yeah. And then you start hearing the blades, see?
Ooh. Clay said raisinets with pineapple.
All right. That actually sounds like it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah.
See, it's called pineapple nets. Pineapple nets, according to Oliver.
We're about to have a we're probably going to have a trail mix.
He's putting a choo-choo train. I don't think he thinks it sounds like a helicopter. He's putting choo-choo train. Jeff.
I think he misspelled it. Trabe.
That's okay. He's typing fast. Hey, he's probably holding the baby in the other hand.
Oh, that's right. Congrats. All right, let's see what you got.
Oh, my turn?
You are the expert.
Ooh, what am I at the expert?
In ruining food.
How elevators know which floor to stop at. So, when you go into an elevator, you got all these buttons you have to press, right? So that it knows where it's going to go. And so when, let's say you press the number 7, because 7 is my most favorite number, you press 7, that elevator is going to go up. And because you press that number 7, there's something that came out of the wall on the 7th floor that will just come out a little bit. So then when the elevator gets there, it stops because they know it's 7. And then once that door opens, that little contraption comes out and now the elevator is free to go wherever it wants. And when someone presses 10, something on the 10th floor is going to pop out so that the elevator knows when to stop. And that is how an elevator works.
Curious. You seem to know a lot about this robot that seems to know when to
take over the world.
Yeah. I thought you didn't like robots. Now here you are.
It is not a robot because there's things coming out of the wall. So that is like a piece of metal. It is not a robot. And the elevator is just stopping when that thing, it's not a robot telling it to stop. So there is no robot in an elevator.
Oh yeah. Would you throw water on it?
On what?
On an elevator?
No, because it'll get dirty.
Or because it would short circuit because it's a robot?
No, people wash elevators all the time. It does not short circuit. So no.
All right. We have some who are going to confirm this. We have Stephen Wild saying elevators are elevation robots. Exactly. They are robots.
I don't know. He's not the expert, though. Don't forget, he's not the expert. I am.
Let's see. Brother Oliver Gabrantina says elevators are supported by AI. That's how they know. See, you got it wrong. It's supported by AI. It's not a little hand that sticks out.
No.
Oh, how do we know you're not a robot? Because Jeff says you can't spell Arnie without AI.
What does that mean? Does that mean I know everything?
All right, let's see.
Oh.
What's my card? No, not sound effects only. All right, okay. I could do the car engine.
Hold on. Let me close my eyes. Let me think about it. Go ahead.
All right. Actually, I had to replace my starter, so I'm very familiar with this. All right. How did I do?
What kind of car was that, though? Was that like a jalopy?
Is a V8. That is a muscle car.
That is a jalopy. It sounds like the olden day cars when you're cranking it to start it up. Do that sound again. Hold on, I gotta think about it.
You gotta, yeah. You have. Okay, let's do a diesel engine on a cold morning.
Okay. Okay. Look what Oliver put in there.
Sounds like a jeepney. See, nailed it.
No, it wasn't a car. It was a jeepney.
What is a jeepney? How is that a car? A car is just.
It is a mode of transportation. Yes. I want you guys to put a thumbs up if you guys think that it sounded like a car. The whole when it wouldn't start, yes, that does sound like an engine that doesn't start. Your little diesel thing on a cool day. That's funny.
While those come in, let's see what you got. What's your card? All right, state your case.
Okay, what are we?
Homework.
Homework is so unnecessary. Can you imagine the teacher gives you homework because they just do not want to teach you anything? They expect you to go home and teach yourself, and you got to learn it. And then not only do you have to educate yourself, but it's the weekend. You can't even go out. You can't hang out with your friends. You can't do anything because you got to do your homework first because your parents won't let you do anything until the homework is done. I say we should learn everything we need to learn in school. And when we get home, we should be able to go home and do our own fun, right? Not sit again for another 8 hours that we just sat through in school to do more work. No, homework is a big no.
All right. So I was a former teacher, so I get to speak on the virtues of homework, even though I wasn't the type to give out much because I didn't want to grade it later. But homework is actually a good thing. Okay. And are you going to believe Arnie, who happens to have the same letters as AI? I think she's working for the robots. Okay. When it comes to homework, yes, you need to take responsibility for yourself because education, okay, you can't spell education without duh. So you got to do your homework. Okay. Now, you're going to learn self-responsibility, self-teaching. What better way to learn something than to be self-motivated? Because in this life, do we really want the robots to do everything for us? Or do we want to be able to take care of ourselves? Okay. Do we want the robots to use a broom or do we want to use it ourselves? So this is why homework is actually a good thing.
Oh, I am so sorry, Nate. I am so sorry. Can you please post in there Melanie's comment? Please, Melanie's comment. She is an educator for how many years? 16 years. So she is well educated. She is a pro. And what did she put in there?
In my 16 years as an educator, I've never assigned homework.
Oh, thank you, Melanie. You're such a great teacher. I bet all your students love you because guess what? She's doing her job. If she's doing her job, she don't need to send them home with work because she did it all.
All right. Oh, here we go. Tracy said she's always had homework.
Okay, she said she's always had it. She didn't say she liked it. She just puts in there she had it, but it doesn't necessarily mean she liked it.
Okay, but do you like medicine, or is medicine good for you? See, this is what we're getting at the crux of the argument.
Melanie's comment again. Go ahead and place it up there and read it.
I maximize instructional time, and I wanted to ensure it's their work and not someone else's, like a robot.
Yes. So no. So there, we're good.
Oh, hold on. She does think it's beneficial for younger kiddos who need the practice.
If they need practice, but what if they don't need practice? What if they're a smart genius? They don't need practice, and why do they have to get homework too? See? Yeah.
Maybe we should throw some water on that kid. Make sure they're not a robot. The only way to test. All right.
I
got overreaction. Is it mine?
Overreaction. Yeah. What are you overreacting to? Okay.
Forgetting why you walked into a room. Okay? Now, yes, this is a terrible thing, especially if you're Arnie, which we found out is a robot. As she's trying to clean the house, she walks into a room and forgets why she's in there. It's the worst thing ever because maybe she already cleaned it and now she cleans it again. She goes out, she comes back in. As this robot repeats this process into infinity, in an infinite loop, she inadvertently starts digging into the ground because she's cleaning that much, digging a hole in the ground all the way to China, which is a fact. Okay, if you did your homework, you would have known this, that you go straight through the earth, you're going to hit China. Okay, very terrible thing, because if you forget why you walked into the room, especially if you're a robot like Arnie, you'll end up digging a hole all the way to China.
See, but I'm a robot. I would never forget. I forget because I'm not a robot. I do it all the time.
Yeah, but are we willing to take that risk? Either your house is clean or now you can fall straight through the earth, right?
Well,
I'm not willing to risk that.
Start digging because, I'd like to see if you can really make it to China, because that would be cheaper than actually flying to China. So why don't you try that out and see if it works, right?
This is going off the rails. The choo-choo train rails.
Yeah. Oh, I like all these. I like all these.
All right. I think we have enough time for one more, which is yours. You are the expert.
Fine. I'm the expert.
Okay. Roller coaster stay on the track.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is so easy. When people created roller coasters, they wanted people to have fun, right? But they didn't want them to fall off the tracks, because that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. And so what they did is they had this magic, and in the wheels, they have it's like magnet, really, 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 really strong magnet. It will still let you turn the wheels, but it will not let you come off the tracks. And so when those things are spinning, it's giving you more energy, and it's making it so that it just sticks even more. But while it's sticking, it's still letting you go at a high speed. And so that is how roller coasters stay on track, because, that's what we want.
Yeah, like I'm going to believe a robot. Yeah, I don't trust you.
Yes. But yes.
All right.
Yes. Put in the chat who won all of the debates. I think I did, because, people here, team no homework. He had a 4-point GPA. He had homework. Now he goes to places that don't give homework. See?
Okay. Are you going to believe the person who puts pineapple on pizza? Come on.
Of course, because
come down
we haven't had anyone say no to pineapple on pizza. Everyone so far has said yes on pineapple. No one said no yet. So yes.
All right. I think you might have won this one today. Might have been the choo-choo train.
The roller coaster stays on tracks because of physics. Oh, Tracy. Oh, Tracy. I think Tracy did too much homework, because I don't think she understands that, it's really that magnet. It's the magnet. It's really
if you missed earlier, she said that Wi-Fi is caused by rainbows going to aliens. Okay, you could play it back. It's on the broadcast. All right, go ahead and close us out.
All right. We hope you guys had fun. We had fun. Next week, we'll see how much more fun we can have. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your live chats. They have been hilarious. And that's why we love you guys, because you guys tend to be funnier than we are. So thank you for tuning in. And as always, we would always like to say thank you to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Irano Manalo, and of course, our INC Radio Station Manager, Brother Wally Taray. Thank you all for tuning in. We hope you guys had fun. Until next time, adios. Next week. Hey, don't give them all out.
Oh, we're gonna make new ones. These
Don't
are
give them all
the ones
out.
we missed.
All right. Adios. See you guys in Dallas.